Come join us as we take you deep into the fire to the paranormal realms of hauntings, UFOs, ETs, alien abductions, strange creatures, and the vastness of universal consciousness as we continue to seek what is not supposed to exist as we search for the truth that only comes from going into the fire.
Good evening, everyone. Once again tonight, Bear will not be able to join us. He's not quite right where he needs to be just yet, but he does sound good. I just got through talking to him, so I'm very hopeful that next week he will be joining us back on the show. And y'all know Bear, it's killing him not to be here. But keep sending those good vibes, healing prayers his way. Like I said, it does look like he's on the mend. Tonight we have some awesome guests, Alex and Chris with PKC and Proof. Guys, this organization, PKC, it's a phenomenal organization. It is one that will touch your heart. One of my all-time favorite events to do. And without further ado, I'm going to bring them in and we're going to get right into this, okay?
Hi, guys. How are y'all tonight?
Good. How are you?
Doing wonderful.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm sorry Bear couldn't join us tonight, but he's all on board for everything that's coming up, and we're going to get into that. Guys, let's tell us a little bit about yourselves.
You mean like PKC?
Yeah, I mean,
Tell them it all, honey.
tell it all. Tell it
Yeah.
all.
I'll jump in
Out
with
there, we're good.
Well, Paranormal Kicks Cancer was established back in 2010 by a group of paranormal investigators that were just trying to help out other paranormal investigators. And it was very kind of small and local. And my very wonderful fiance, Chris, took it over in 2013, really streamlined it.
Put it on there.
And can you guys hear us okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We already got comments coming in.
Oh, great. And, he took it over in 2013, streamlined it, and really took it not only to a larger local level here in Florida, but to a national level about 3 years ago when his beloved father passed away from cancer. So we are an international charity event company. We've partnered with nonprofits such as the American Childhood Cancer Organization, as well as Base Camp. So we're fully backed by those organizations. And we put on paranormal events across the country to raise money for kids with cancer. And, it's really done. I mean, our business has probably quadrupled over COVID, which is a miracle in itself, because we capitalized on the fact that there wasn't a lot going on. People wanted some interesting things to do. They wanted to also give back in this really crazy time that we're in.
And it was small groups.
And it was, he's right. He was just about to say that. Ghost hunting is small groups inherently. And typically it's in abandoned buildings and old buildings that aren't typically, lots of people. So it really worked for us to push through. It took a lot of perseverance, but now what's really exciting is we just partnered with the city of downtown Newport Richey. We handle their ghost hunts, ghost tours, and we were just brought on to be the full partners of the city of Zephyrhills to do their ghost tour.
Awesome.
So not only are we doing ghost hunts across the country, but cities are bringing us on to do their tours, which is really exciting.
And we're bringing more people downtown to the downtown
locations.
areas and the locations. So we're helping the buildings stay open along with helping the kids at the same time.
Right. That
So
is amazing too.
It's full circle. Without the history of these buildings and these locations, you don't have the paranormal.
Right.
So it just you have to have a passion for it. So
And it's our life. And, that's a key point, I think, to make, is that the charity isn't just for the kids, although that's the main thing. We've also added the funds for the locations, which during COVID was huge. We locations that used to be full-time theaters that were packed houses, and our ghost hunts were bringing in more money to them than any of their events during COVID, because they just didn't have enough people.
Right.
So
They need that income to keep the electricity
Keep the door-
on, the water running, the whole 9 yards. And some people don't understand how much it takes to keep a building like that going.
right. And so that was a real passion for us, and it's been great, because in the past 10-11 months we've gone from 1,700 followers on our Facebook page to 3,800 followers.
Well, guys,
Awesome.
we need to max y'all out, because I'm telling you, I've never been to an event like yours.
Right.
I had tears in my eyes. My heart was full of love. I mean, it was just a wonderful event.
Well, that's the whole goal, is to just, show people that ghost hunting is a lot more than what goes bump in the night.
Right.
Yes.
And that us as ghost hunters, a lot of people are shunned, and like they don't, when you talk about it, they're kind of weird about talking about it. And it's like, we don't just do this and walk into abandoned buildings and look for things or hope things happen.
Right.
In turn, we also do this to help another level, to help society as a whole,
To help the
and
community.
to help the
Right.
community and keep things going.
The wonderful thing about it is it's nothing but pure intent.
Right.
And we say all the time, your intent is everything, especially in the paranormal field. But the intent of helping these children, granting them wishes, letting their parents be heard with what they've gone through. And Chris, like you, my father passed away from cancer, so I know where you're coming from. Like I said, I cannot say enough wonderful things about you guys. I'm honored to be a part in anything that you guys have going on.
Right.
Speaking of which, we have an event coming up.
We do. Yes. Do you want to talk about it, babe?
You can.
Okay. So we have
My spokesperson.
we have a really exciting event coming up. It's September 24th and 25th at the historic Rosemont in Gallatin, Tennessee.
No, it's not. It's the 11th and 12th.
That's our other one.
Back up.
Back to back.
Sorry, we've got so many events. It's the 10th and 11th.
10th and 11th
There you go.
at the
Yep.
Rosemont.
I'm sorry, we have another one on the 24th and 25th. It's the 10th and 11th at the historic Rosemont in Gallatin, Tennessee. The Rosemont is a fantastic location. You've been there before, Billy.
Many times.
Yes.
It's just amazing.
And since the first event, they beg for us to come back, because they've seen what we've done.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it was one of the best events they had all year.
It's one of the best events I've ever been part of.
Right.
So,
And like I said, from that moment on, I'm always on board if you guys need me.
Yep.
no,
Thank
and
you.
I know, and I appreciate that. And the good thing is that we get the same following with just about anyone that comes to one of our events. Beforehand, they're like, oh, maybe, okay, sounds cool. I get to the Rosemont. But then when they go and they see what we do, and they see the vendors that we have, they see the speakers, and then they get to investigate for 2 nights. And then we have raffle prizes, and all that money that we raise, we're going to a specific family or families, depending on what we can find in that area. And
Right.
what people don't realize is trying to find families is crazy with all the HIPAA laws and everything else. So the money that we're bringing in for this event, we're going to basically, I have a family that were a family friend of mine that I've known since high school. His son, well, actually the mother and the father, we all went to high school together. He's a firefighter paramedic, and his wife is a police officer. And just recently, about 7-8 months ago, their son Gage was stricken with leukemia.
He's 5 years old.
He just turned 5.
He's beautiful.
And
Mhm.
now he's in the hospital again with testing. His blood counts are low. and he's just fighting. And it even brings it closer to me to be able to help someone that not only do they help the community day in and day out, you know, every family
Right.
needs help. There's no family better than another, but when it's this close to home, I used to drive him to school. You know what I mean? When we were
Yeah.
in high school, we were on the football team together. As soon as I seen that his son got stricken, I was like, whatever we can do, we're going to do the best we can.
Right.
And then this event, we're also going to touch base on one of the wishes that we granted 2 years ago when we were at the Rosemont, just to see how Branson's doing,
Awesome.
and just let everyone know the situation there. Just to, because we never just say, hi, we're helping this family, and then we never talk to them again.
Right.
You know, a lot of organizations out there, it's like, okay, we're going to do this today, and then tomorrow they don't know where they're going to turn. So
Right.
they know they can always count on us, or they can call and say, this is going on. We might not be able to help them in the same capacity as we did then, but we're going to be there to get them some kind of help and help where we can, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yes,
We're
it
trying
does.
to do the best that we can. And with all of that, as Alex had said, with my dad that passed away, he always said our children are our future. So that's basically why we push for helping the kids. It's huge. It's what got all this basically started. But with that, we also started Paranormal with a Purpose, which that is now we can help wounded vets, battered women, a whole slew of things there too. So when it comes to the paranormal, anyone watching, if anyone has any kind of issues, feel free to reach out, because we have no problem setting up events and doing events and taking that whatever money we make and help it.
Yes.
Right.
The key is that we have to have a location to do that first.
Or
So-
if you know somebody.
Yes.
or if they know
Yeah, if
someone,
they know
just
someone,
Mhm.
yeah.
because like I said, the HIPAA laws, we can't just go to a hospital and say, hey, I need a list of kids with cancer. They
Right.
won't do that. And it's just, you got to jump through hoops. And if you don't know someone that knows someone that knows someone, then them people have no clue that we're even here to help.
Right.
Right.
And it helps these families and these children out in so many ways, because they're able to express their feelings, everything that they've gone through, what they continue to go through, to hear them tell their stories and the hope that they have in their hearts, and just to have everybody come and show support to them. That's a miracle for them in itself.
Exactly.
Well, and the biggest thing is, especially with children, they need to know they're not in it alone.
Right.
And to know they have people there, that just brings their levels higher. And they
Mhm.
know, look, I'm not doing this by myself. I have people with me. I have people supporting me.
Yep.
You know,
And right now in our situation, in our world, a lot of other things, a lot of people are getting a lot of media attention for, with COVID and everything like that. You don't hear much about other things. And these kids
No.
are sitting in hospitals. A lot of times now they're sitting in these hospitals alone because of the COVID requirements.
Right.
My fiance was
Mhm.
hospitalized earlier this year because of a back injury, and I couldn't see him for 6 days. He didn't have COVID or anything, but it's the rules at the hospital.
Right.
So what a lot of people don't understand is these children are alone in these hospitals now. And, that's a terrifying thing. They can't have their parents there because of the COVID restrictions. So more than ever, they need our support. And this is where, Chris and I have really, it's been a lot, I'm just saying COVID did hit us and we really persevered, but we had an event this year that was supposed to be like at least 50 people. Tickets were, everything was set up, tickets were selling and everything. And then the COVID restrictions came down and we could only have 10. Well, ticket sales are what fuel
Right.
or what help us give the checks to these kids.
Right.
So, and also, and it's not a lot, but we have a small percentage that we run our overhead through. So what ended up happening was we spent $800 to drive to West Virginia because because flying was hard with COVID. We
Right.
needed an SUV because there was a terrible snowstorm. And so all of that was out of our pocket.
Mhm.
Right.
The event made $150 with the tickets. We wrote that check and handed it straight over to the kid's family because that's
Yeah.
literally all we had. And we
Yeah.
paid $800 to get there.
But
Now, I
they
know-
still got it.
But they still got, but without, we had to get there. We had to pay. The rental fees were outrageous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I totally understand.
So, and so these are things that, I'm not trying to toot our horn, but at the end of the day, like, I remember myself telling myself, we're going to get through this. And we did this for the right reason, because we could have canceled it, but what's the point?
that family wouldn't have got that. It's only $150, but that's $150.
Right. That's
In their
$150 they
pocket.
didn't have. Yeah.
Right. And what a lot of people don't understand, because they've never been through it, is that the money that we give doesn't have to go directly to that child. What happens is it goes to the family. And what people don't realize is, even with COVID restrictions, of course, they'll get a visitor or whatever. But for mom and dad to take off work, for mom and dad to have the gas money to drive there, for mom and dad to have money for food with all of these trips and then all these calls off of work, gift cards, food cards, gas cards, very important for these families.
Mhm.
So, in retrospect, yes, we're helping the child, but of course, to have their family with them at this time is huge too.
It's huge. Yeah.
Right.
So people
Right.
don't think the back end. They think the child needs help, but helping that child is having their
Means the
family with
support.
them,
The support.
Right.
having that
To be there.
support system. And if
Right.
they can't, I've had a mother call me going, "We can't pay our electric bill. It's either pay the electric bill or go see our kid in the hospital." Guess what?
Right.
Their electric bill got paid.
Well,
So
that's because we helped
So
them.
their electric
Yeah.
bill got paid, so they could be able to take that money and go spend the time at the hospital,
Right.
because
Right.
that's more important to us.
Right.
Well,
You know,
I mean, one of the key signs to a wonderful organization is, with a wonderful organization, the wonderful people that organize and work through it. And you guys, y'all are awesome. I cannot give you credit enough for the things that you do for these families. And I can't wait to see you guys at the Rosemont.
Right.
Guys, jump on board for this event, because this is one that if you miss it, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I mean, because this is just
It's an amazing event.
it's an amazing event for a wonderful cause, and it's not just a ghost hunt. A matter of fact, if you come to the event, you're probably going to completely forget about the ghost hunt. That's just the cherry on top each night.
Mhm.
Right. And I think it's important to know a couple things.
the fringe.
It's just so you guys know, the ticket ticket is a donation, and it's $75. But that's for both nights,
2 nights.
which
Yep.
I think, in my opinion, I think that's amazing.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
You
Um,
can't go out to dinner 2 nights in a row for that amount of money.
yeah.
I mean, it's
You're
just
gonna have a 2-night ghost hunt. You're gonna have meet and greets with some amazing people.
And we hang out all day.
We have
Just hang out all day.
So I'll let you guys know who's coming, which is really cool. We have JB Coates, who is an amazing woman. She's a paranormal author as well as an investigator. And
Billy knows JB really well.
Yep.
So
do.
And actually, I guest investigated with her just recently at the Old South Pittsburgh. We were
with the
doing
Ghost Brothers.
the pendulum
Yep.
all night. So that was she's amazing. We're also going to be having the Connor sisters there, which is really exciting. And SRT Paranormal
Yep.
will be there
Daniel and Darla and them.
Mhm.
on Destination Fear, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think, well, of course,
Billy's
course,
gonna
Billy.
be there.
Yeah. Night Stalkers will be there with you. I mean, Father Casey will be tagging along with us.
So I mean,
it's going to be a really cool event.
and as Billy said, you'll probably forget about the ghost hunt, really, because just the relationships that are built from good people that not only love the paranormal field and can learn from each other, because that's the issue with the whole field, and I'll put it out there now, is that everyone wants to step on someone to get to where they want to go. instead of everyone working together to get everyone where they want to go.
Right.
Right.
So the
Right.
relationships being built, I mean, you know, when we first met, we met at Old South. You were lead
Yep.
investigator, the one, and then next thing we know, you came to the PKC event, and it's like we're like family, you
Right.
know, just because of the dynamic of wanting to learn from each other and knowing what
Right.
each other does, and know that it's nothing but good. It's all positive.
It's going to
Yep.
be a tremendous networking event. So it's a win-win for everybody. You know, we would love for you guys to please come because we definitely need the support. And this is our biggest fundraiser of the year. September is it for us. It's
September's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, so that's why we chose to do it in September. And
And then
another,
there's, oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
And you guys usually have auctions too, and tickets that where you can win things,
We're
and
gonna have raffle
there's
prizes. We're
all
working
kinds
on
of
trying
stuff.
to find. I'm making a couple calls tomorrow to see if I can get some really cool team investigations. I already have one.
Well, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, we are honored and thrilled to announce that Octagon Hall's name has been thrown in that bucket for an investigation with us, and
Awesome.
Yeah.
for up to 6 people, and that's going to be in the silent auction. I know the last time we donated a Boo Bear,
Yep.
and
that's awesome.
but this time we're stepping it up. We've gotten the approval, and Night Stalkers and Octagon Hall are thrilled to make this donation to PKC. So, guys, if you want a free investigation out to the Octagon Hall in Franklin, Kentucky, all you got to do is put your name in the bucket and
And be the highest bidder.
be the highest
Exactly.
bidder. Like I said, this is for the kids.
We'll have enough tickets to be the better.
Yeah.
But again, we're from Florida, so that's why it's hard. So that's for us to get everything lined up. So, you know, we can't thank you guys enough for helping us put things together.
Mhm.
Especially at short notice because we've just been so busy. But because we're from Florida, we have the old Hamilton County Jasper Jail overnight investigation. It's on the Florida Georgia line.
Mhm.
But you get to sleep in the jail cells overnight
Oh wow,
and investigate all night
awesome!
with us.
Yep.
So we have that investigation that's going to be a raffle. And then I'm working on a couple others.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name names because if they say no, I don't want people
Yeah.
to think negative or
But
not.
the Jasper County Jail is awesome. We're actually involving that in our wedding. So
Very cool.
that's going to be the after party at our wedding. So
And-
All of
and-
our paranormal peeps get to stay the night and investigate and party all night.
it's going to
So
be
there'll be alcohol there for the wedding, so I'm sure we'll see tons of spirits. But other than that,
Well, with that being said, guys, I want to say congratulations.
Yes.
I know you got a rock on that finger right there, and way to go, buddy.
thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
We're getting married in March of next year. And we just put out the engagement pictures. So those seem to be a big hit. We actually had them
Oh,
in
yeah.
a haunted park. And a paranormal friend of ours who's a professional photographer even took the pictures. So it's just,
We try to keep it in the paranormal
we try to
family.
keep it in the
whatever.
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I mean, I think y'all know what we did. We
Yeah.
went to Octagon Hall and got married, and
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's right.
that was a phenomenal night. I mean,
Yeah.
even the spirits enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's just you know, we got to get as many people in the area just to come, and once they come, they'll be itching for another one.
Yes, I mean
No,
that's
Billy, you came to the first one. There wasn't a dry eye in sight
no, there was not.
because no one knew what to expect. And then
Right.
once we did the event, everyone was like, "Holy crap, we need
Right.
when's the next one?"
Right.
Everyone wanted to come and help. You know, and the biggest thing is the friendships that are built and knowing it's for a good cause. And then with this, like I said before, with word of mouth, if there's any families out there, I mean, COVID's hit hard. You know, there's a lot of people hurting. I get that, but in terms of anyone that knows anyone with cancer, if there's any kind of issues, all they got to do is reach out to our website, to Facebook. Alex runs that. So if we get anything in, we have no problem saying, hey, we'll help you best we can, or what's the situation. There's nothing wrong with asking for help if you need it.
Right.
And
Right.
a lot of people are too proud until it's too late.
Right.
You know, so and
Like I
learned
said,
that-
everybody, this is, if you had the opportunity to go to one of their events, please do so. I can't stress it enough how important this is. We've got a lot of friends out there that own facilities that put on wonderful events, and I love you. I love all you guys, but this is an event that it's like no other.
Right.
Well, thank you.
It's really like no other.
That's really awesome.
Yes.
Um,
And the
go ahead.
funny thing is, you guys have been to one of these events. Alex has yet to come to the main
main-
PKC event.
I know.
So this is going to be a first for her too.
I've seen the videos and the pictures.
But she's
Uh-huh.
seen everything, so she knows what to expect. But it's just awesome to bring everyone together.
I met Chris in December of 2019.
Mhm.
And then in September of last year, we obviously, because of COVID,
Right.
weren't able to do it.
Right.
So my first year of actually seeing the PKC charity event. We've done tons
The
of
main
events.
event, our September
Yeah.
Our
event.
September event, which is our biggest one. So this is all kind of new to me, this event,
Yeah.
which I'm very excited about. So very excited about it.
I am too.
Yeah.
Because
I
great
know. I
event.
know. There's a lot of other events going on that weekend. I mean, we've reached out to some dear friends to try to bring them on board, and unfortunately, because of other things with the
Prior
schedule, they weren't allowed to. But guys, we're going to make the best out of this, and you don't know who's going to show up just yet. We still got a little bit of time to work on that.
Mhm.
But
Exactly.
once again, this isn't about your big celebs. This is about these kids and their families. And
Well, and with that said, we've had a lot of big celebs that have no problem coming and supporting. All we do is ask. But what people but what people need to understand is if we pay celebs what their fees are,
We can't give anything.
we
to the
can't
kids.
help these kids.
right.
So-
So I mean, all this is on donations, guys. I mean,
Yeah.
So it comes down to, wanting to help the kids. I mean, Doogie came out to our last one without question. He was like, I'll
Right.
be there.
yep.
You know what I mean? Just to
Exactly.
let everyone know, he's a supporter too. If he didn't have something going, he would be here.
Right,
You
and
know
that's
what I
what
mean?
I've gotten from several people that I've spoken to.
Exactly. And I just was throwing his name out there because he came without question. He showed up. He was awesome. Everyone loved it. I really appreciated him having no issues coming, but it's like, if we spend $2,500 to bring a celebrity, then that's $2,500 less going in these kids' mouths or helping
Correct.
families. So that's why we push to say, look, can we have you for a couple hours? Can we do this? Can we do that?
Mhm.
We can help where we can, but every dollar spent that's not going to the families, then them families don't get it.
Right.
And-
And guys, like they said, $75 for 2 nights, all day long, pretty much.
All day Saturday and
Yeah.
Saturday night or Friday night.
And also, I know it's short notice, but if you want to be a vendor, it's $100 for the table, but you get 2 tickets to the event. So obviously, we're giving vendors a little bit of a break because they have to come set up and everything. But if obviously you also are going to probably make that money back and more with our guests buying things from your table. So
And if anyone listening, and I have to throw this out there, we're always looking for baskets from businesses or gift cards as raffle prizes.
Yep.
And so if you want to do a vendor table and you're willing to donate something from your table as a raffle, we take that with open arms.
And
Anything that we can get,
and
especially local businesses around there, because
Right.
it's going to be locals coming most likely. Some people do travel, but it's going to help with the business and people around there as well.
And let me make one thing, and this is really important. We are in very much need of corporate sponsors. We are at a point with PKC where we are at a pivotal level of growing, and we have corporate sponsorships with our Facebook page, our website, and you could even sponsor the event. And our events, especially right now, we're selling out of every event here in Florida. So to anybody out there who's looking to have a great tax write-off for their business, but also want to help Paranormal Kicks Cancer, we we're really at a pivotal point where we could really, really grow and take this to the next level.
Excellent. I mean, guys, they need sponsors. If you can't make the events, maybe you could possibly make a donation.
Every little bit helps, and we understand times are tough. Trust me. We understand
every little bit. I don't care. The way I look at this is, and this is just off the top of my head. I have 5,000 Facebook followers. Me personally, not even the page. If everyone donated $1, that's $5,000 going to the kid.
Right.
$1. It's not like, hey, everyone needs to give me $100.
Yeah.
That's what? Not even a cup of coffee nowadays, unless you go to McDonald's, and get their $1 coffee. But I'm just saying, just using that. If 5,000 followers, if everyone sends $1, that's $5,000,
and that would change everything.
And that's like nothing out of people's pockets.
Yeah.
Right. And it, like I said, if you guys will share this out and get this out, I mean, we have every intention on this one being even bigger and better than the last one. And like I said, we still got a little bit of time. It's not very far away, but there's still time to make this event. And guys, if you can, please buy the tickets.
Also,
if not, make a donation.
Yep.
For any couples out there, the Rosemont is very romantic. Right, right, Boo-Boo? It's a very romantic location if you're looking for a date weekend. It's very pretty to go.
And one thing we are looking for, because I haven't got anything locked down, but hopefully we're listening to, or a lot of your listeners may be in the area. If anyone knows of a band willing to play, we have not locked down a band yet. But they would just have to donate their time for about 2.5 hours to play, get their name out. We'll support them as well. Any local bands that are looking to just get their name out and come and support and wants to support what we do.
Yeah, because those bands, they're going to bring their followers in too.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a win-win for everybody. I mean, like I said, this is a great time. The ghost hunt at the end of the night is just the cherry on top. And like I said, you're probably going to completely forget about the ghost hunt.
Right.
By the time they get to that, they're going to be too busy talking to people. They don't even care about the ghost hunt. That's usually
right. I mean, it's like I said, I can't stress how wonderful of an event and how wonderful of an organization
it's only
you guys
2
have.
weeks away, but if word of mouth gets out and continues here, then we could have people lined up at the door. We're selling tickets now. We're kind of, it would help if people could just buy their tickets now
up front,
but we will sell them at the door too. And we don't jack the price up at the door. It's the same price.
No, I mean, it
would help us because
but we need to gauge how many people, hopefully.
Well, it would be great if we can call the family and say, hey, we have this many tickets sold already. It'd be great if we can call the Rosemont and say we've had this many sold already. So we are accepting prepaid, and you'll go in our database and we'll just check you off. So there's no issues there. There's not going to be any. Trust me, there's not going to be any like, oh, you lost my ticket.
Or I lost my ticket. Can I still come?
Yeah,
we got that.
We have it all handled.
And the Rosemont itself, we have a great deal with them, so the more people, the better, because then we're helping the Rosemont out. And that's what people need to understand. It's not like everyone come because the money's going to the location,
the money's going to location
to help
and
the kids. And that's the key. We are helping the Rosemont. They have to stay. Their doors have to stay open too, so they're getting a percentage as well. And that's just every location we go to, they get a percentage of what we bring in, And that's one thing that everyone likes about what we do, is because it's not about us. It's about keeping these places open,
Right.
plus helping these kids.
Without these locations, we can't do what we do in the paranormal. And
Right.
it's, I mean, if
And I don't care if XYZ has a problem with this location, or another location they go to don't like this location. It's not about the locations. It's not
No.
about everyone's got their panty in a bunch because they don't like somebody. This is about everyone coming together for a specific cause and helping these kids. So all the crap gets put up on the side and you come in and enjoy this event.
right,
Yes.
Right.
I'm so tired of the bickering and
The
stuff in
paradrama.
the paranormal field. Is
Well, I mean, at this event, guys, all egos are not there. I mean, like I said, once you get there, you know it's about these families and these kids, and just the love of all the guests and all the fellow investigators and the teams that come in. I mean, everybody just gets along wonderful,
yeah,
and
Just
Right.
hanging out with each other and just having general conversations and just
Right.
being able to let loose for a little while and just talk and have fun.
exactly. There's no guards up. It's all
Right.
open. It's just a friendly, fun time, knowing that at the end result is helping the location and helping these kids.
Well-
That's the goal, and learning and meeting new people.
Yep.
cancer is the great equalizer. And cancer will equal, it just equalizes everyone, brings everybody down, because you know what, it doesn't care about your ego, what TV show you're on, what team you're on. It does not discriminate. And so when we're at our events, it's it's not about who's who and what's what, you
Right.
know.
right. And I know this information because I learned it from you, Chris. Go ahead and put this into perspective for people. I mean, the treatments for cancer, the difference between adults and children.
There's 3, possibly 4 now, but 3 or 4 medicines for children with cancer,
And that's it.
compared to thousands for adults.
That's it, people.
And some people take this the wrong way when I say it, but I say it anyway. I'd rather help a child that with cancer get whatever treatment they can than help a 40, 50, 60-year-old man. Because that person, that man has lived their life compared to this child that don't know any better.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't put it on anyone, and I really don't want that 6-year-old man to pass away because no one helped him. But I'm just trying to put it in perspective.
Yeah, these kids haven't
These
lived their
kids
lives.
haven't lived their lives. They don't know any better. They don't know what they did to have this.
Right.
You know, compared to a man that's lived their life or a woman that's lived their life.
You know,
And they have thousands of options to save them compared to a child that's got 3 or 4.
right. And,
It's
and a lot of times, I mean, you're also granting wishes to these children.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I personally, the last one, there was a little boy there, and all he wanted was a part for his bicycle. He just
Mhm.
wanted a part for his bicycle.
Yep.
Well, you guys made sure he got that part, but he
we asked
also
him-
got
yep,
a lot
yep.
more.
We asked him, we said, what if you could have anything
Mm-hmm.
within reason, what would you want? What would you want to get? What would your wish be? And he looked us dead in the face and said, I need 2 parts for my bicycle. So I just want them so I can make it work.
Oh, bless his.
I'm like, what? This
Yeah.
kid could ask for anything. And
Yeah.
it just goes to show you how these kids are.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
they
all
don't want the world. They
No,
just
they
want
want
what
their
they,
bike.
he just
Yeah.
wants to ride his bike.
Right.
So what did we do? We got him the parts for his bicycle. We went and got him a new bicycle. And then we got him clothes on top of that. We sent him that day to get everything. So
Yep.
everyone there could see.
And there was not a dry in the building.
No.
You should have saw his smile. It was
man,
ear
he
to
was-
ear. We let him ride that bike in and out of the building. We didn't care.
Yep.
because the whole thing was the point of the whole event was that moment right there.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
And on top of that, he got to go on his own little personal investigation and
Yep.
got to run the equipment and everything. And guys, to see that, we could learn something from these kids.
Yeah.
Right.
We all could.
Right. Yeah.
It's just the little things people don't think about. But then when you put it in perspective and they see it, then they're like, oh my God, and society today as a whole, we can all learn from stuff like that. People take too much for granted.
Right.
Yes.
And stuff like this, it's you only get that moment when you can have that moment. It doesn't come all the time.
Right.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of problems out there in the world right now. But guys,
There is.
if you could just come and hear these kids talk and their families talk, it would show you just how small a lot of our problems really are.
Right.
And
I consider them my hero because
absolutely,
everything they go through,
they don't give
still
up.
can have a smile on their face.
Yep.
And then me to turn around and say, well, I can't pay this bill today. How dare me?
Yeah.
How dare me complain about something that small when they have to go through what they have to go through every day of their life,
Absolutely.
Mhm.
months at a time in the hospital. Actually, the ACCO, American Childhood Cancer Organization, that we're funding Hope for, they have a program called Pajamas. And what it is you can get your job or your school,
Your
company, whatever, and they'll send you a packet. And basically what it is you can wear pajamas for one whole day at work or at school or wherever.
And you
pay a donation to be able to do it. But the end result is you did this for a day. Imagine having to wear your pajamas for months at a time in the hospital.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really cool program that people can contact ACCO, get the information, and then know that they're helping the cause. But they're doing it in a way that puts it in perspective for people to understand.
Right.
We're wearing pajamas today for the month of September, one day, whatever, or one weekend a month or whatever.
Yeah.
But to know my $25 or $20 or whatever the donation is, was because now it's in perspective that I wore these pajamas. I feel weird wearing them. I'm out in public. People
But
are
it's not about you.
at me.
It's about them.
It's about
Them,
them.
right.
Exactly.
And since you mentioned the donations, if anybody is interested in donating, all you have to do is message us on the Paranormal Kicks Cancer website, and I will direct you to how to do that. Or excuse me, the Paranormal Kicks Cancer Facebook page.
ParanormalKicksCancer.llc on Facebook.
Excellent. Guys, I'm going to throw something up real quick for the audience to see, and I'm going to leave it up here for a minute. This is for the event. Guys, you can go to the Facebook page. I believe you can also go to the Rosemont's page. Am I correct, Chris?
Yeah,
Alex?
I think the Rosemont posted it too. Yes.
Yep. You'll find it on our personal pages.
But
Guys,
But
if you're a vendor, like I said, you could get a table.
just so you know, Billy, all ticket sales and all vendor sales have to go through Paranormal Kicks Cancer. They're not being handled by the Rosemont.
Okay.
There
So
you go.
everything has to go through the Paranormal Kicks Cancer Facebook page. And we will direct everybody on how to do that. And any pre-sale tickets would be much obliged. We will be selling tickets at the door, and donations are very much welcome. We know it's a hard time, but it would just be great to really make this the best it can be.
even if it's gift cards from your store or a gift basket for the raffle.
Yep.
If you can't give cash and you could do something like that, every little bit helps.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If it's handcrafted stuff that you make, it makes it even more important to people because you put your love into making that.
SRT
Right.
Paranormal has donated a couple of signed items to us, which was really cool.
Yes.
So
SRT guys, once again, that's Daniel and Darla and
Samantha.
Samantha and They're part
Yeah.
of the staff at South Pittsburgh Hospital. They are wonderful people. We've known them for several years now. Love them all to death. You may have seen them on TV a few times. Destination Fear, Kindred Spirits, whatnot. Guys, they're a wonderful group.
Yeah.
They are, and everyone that's been to this event, and like I said earlier, we're all like family now. Just from meeting each other, even that little bit of time, because everyone sees where everyone's heart is.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and it's about bringing people together for a cause.
Right.
And like you said, egos at the door.
Let's just
There's
have
no
some
need
fun.
for it. It's
It's
Right.
too much of a. It's life is too crazy right now. Just come and have some fun. Let's give back because these kids need it more than ever. And honestly, I think all of us might need a nice weekend at the Rosemont.
Right. And guys, if you feel like it,
and you
know,
can't. The place is beautiful. I mean,
You
if
can't
you're
go wrong.
if you're
No.
there, if you're there at the break of dawn, there's deer
Deer.
in the back. You know, it's just a beautiful place, and the history there is awesome, and the activity is off the chain.
Right.
So if you're there just to investigate and nothing else, you're gonna get that. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But you're gonna meet a lot of great people, and
Yes.
And you're going to be in a great location. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
I mean,
And
I'm itching to go already. It's 2 weeks away.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And
My
also-
heart is already full
Yeah.
and ready to burst. I mean,
Chris won't say anything, but his birthday is on September 12th. So
uh-oh.
I know. So it's also, you know,
Why do you tell people this isn't about my birthday?
I
This is
know.
about an event.
I understand, but it's even more special because birthday boy.
Because I don't care if it's my birthday. I'd rather help these kids. That's why.
Birthday boy.
You're a wonderful person.
These kids.
But you're a wonderful person and you need to be supported too.
And
Yeah.
like I said, the day
Okay,
I
no
met you,
problem.
Chris, the day I met you, I told you that if you ever needed us, you had our backs. I mean,
Oh, I know.
we were there for you. We'll be there for you any way we can.
And I totally appreciate that. Both of you guys have been great.
Congratulations on the marriage, by the way.
And,
Yeah.
Thank you.
and it just sucks when we're so far away to want
Right.
to do something there.
Right.
That's
Um,
okay. We're making it happen. We're making it work. So
So
So, guys, like you said, vendors, if y'all know the bands, if you know a local band in the Gallatin area, hey, hit them up. Say, hey, would you guys be interested in doing a little charity event, for publicity for yourself, but also to help these kids?
exactly.
Also, maybe food vendors. If there's
Um,
any interest in those, could they reach out to you?
I don't see why not, but we just have to verify
we
with the
haven't
Rosemont. But,
cleared that yet.
but I don't.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be good to have a food truck there. Yes, it would.
Mhm.
Hey,
I
hey, listen, if you have one and you're interested,
message
reach out
us.
to us and we will find out. We're not going to say no to anything at this point.
Yeah, and anything, please do, because there's really not a lot of food around there without a drive. So
And also, just to let everyone, I'm sure you guys know this, it's only 45 minutes away from beautiful Nashville. So you
Right.
can even make it a whole long weekend and, do some ghost hunting, some boot scoot and boogie.
Well, guys, Gallatin in itself, Gallatin is a pretty active area. Okay, I mean, all you got to do is walk around the square, and you're gonna know there's some stuff going on.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Right.
But then again, there's a lot of these locations I feel like are connected in ways, and
Mhm. And Frankie Land says that she just bought her ticket and she said her birthday is on the 13th.
Frankie, you are a rock star. Thank you for helping out this
Thank you.
event.
She's just not able to comment on Facebook at this moment.
Yeah, she got Facebook problems. She's watching on YouTube.
That's awesome. Was she able to do it through the page?
listen,
Yeah.
that's dedication there.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Sherry says to make sure and bring cash because of the raffles and buying things from vendors. That way you're ready to go.
That's true.
Yes, cash is always good.
But
We-
just so you know, we're
we-
fully set up with
Well,
PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App. I will accept anything. We've even accepted personal checks lately. So we're,
yes,
we're very
but
digital.
cash is much easier
cash
for
is
the
king.
raffle tickets and stuff like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
And-
Also, guys, if anybody that's in attendance, if you have a team and you have decals, I'm sure Eli at Rosemont would love to have those decals for his daughter's kayak. Just throwing that
that's
out
right.
there.
That's right.
Yep.
Cute.
Just throwing that out there. If you got some spare decals, bring them and donate them to Eli. And he'll make sure that there's a little girl that's very happy.
Yep.
Yep. I forgot about that.
Oh, there's a lot about this event that it's just I can't forget. I mean, it like I said, it is one of the most wonderful events I've ever been to, and just wow.
So, Billy, I have a fun donation story. We were at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital just recently with the Ghost Brothers.
And Ronnie D's in here, by the way, too. So
I'm sorry?
Ronnie D is actually in here, by the way.
Oh, hi, Ronnie. We love him. We love him. So we
Ronnie may be coming too.
well, I know they have an event that night.
I know, but he said baby.
Okay. Well, Ronnie is awesome, and Old South Pittsburgh is off the chain. And we were there that night, and I was sitting at our vendor table, and a woman came in and bought a $10 item. And no, she bought a $9 item. And the reason why that's important is here. She bought a $9 item, and she handed me what I thought was a $10 bill. And when I looked closely at it, it was a $100 bill. And I said, oh, and she had already told me to keep the change. And I said, well, ma'am, I said, this is $100. I said, I'm surely you meant to give me a $10 bill. And she said, no, I meant to give you a $100 bill. She said, please keep the change as a donation. I started to cry because I was so shocked that this woman just handed me a $90 donation for a $91 donation. And that was the first time anything like that has happened. So, that was really, really cool. And it really helped us because we were immediately able to stick that into our donation box, and that goes towards the kids right away. So,
right. And guys, if you want to, I've said this before, if you really want to experience a miracle, help somebody.
Yeah. Because
the miracle in that alone will lift your heart up like no other.
Exactly. Just across the board. And it makes you feel good. That's the thing.
And I think right now in this time, we all need to help each other.
Absolutely.
We have a very dear friend of ours who's a huge supporter of PKC, who is clinging to life right now in the hospital with double COVID pneumonia. Wow. And he's a huge supporter. He loaned us our hearse for our business. And he is about a week and a half ago, he was fine. And then
a week and a half ago, he handed me the key to the gate.
Where we get the hearse from.
And he said hi, and then all of a sudden Alex was woke up in the morning with messages saying, please pray for him.
And we are hoping and praying he can eat solid food. And I'm sitting here like, how did we get to this point in our life? And again, regardless of anyone's thoughts on anything, people are sick, they're getting ill. We all need to help each other. And I think more than anything, especially all we can talk about is the paranormal community, but we need to help each other. And
doing these events gets it out to not just the paranormal community. Like I said before, it shows that we help the community itself. It's not just
absolutely
just like these paranormal teams that are here to help families.
Yeah,
we're here to help families,
right,
and do it the right way, but not just the paranormal wise. It's in life in general.
In life. Yeah.
We take our stories we've learned to help them.
Yep.
What works best for some don't work best for others.
Right.
So there's really no right or wrong.
Isn't this for Ronnie?
But, we got that for him.
We got this for Ronnie D for the hospital.
Awesome.
I don't know if he can see it.
Oh, that's cute.
Getting my snuggle time right now, and we'll bring him.
It's already packed with love, ain't it?
Yep.
But I mean, even people like Ronnie, Old South Pittsburgh, they're a huge supporter of us.
Yes.
They allow us to pretty much do whatever we want there, with them there, of course, but they ask us to come. They support what we do. And in turn, we support them. And it's just... And we put it out there. It's what makes the world go round,
Right.
And it's, good people sticking together, helping good people.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You know, people just need to pick up the phone if something's wrong, and that's what family's for. You know, if anything's wrong, hey, I need help. Hey, I need this. There's no dumb questions, but there is people that are stubborn that they stay too stubborn before it's too late.
Yeah.
You know, and I just say that because that's what happened with my father. You know, he told my brother a couple of days before he passed that he knew he was sick for over a year and a half,
Yeah.
and he refused to get help. And he told my brother that he was sorry for that.
Yeah.
You know, he was always, you know, a strong man.
Very
you know,
proud.
Very proud. Nothing bothered him. He was a retired cop for 26 years and a retired Marine. So, you know, in his bubble, his world was perfect. He didn't think to say, look, I don't need to be so stubborn that now look where I'm at.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not worth it.
I totally feel you. Like I said, I mean, I've been kind of in the same boat that you were in with your father. I'm just, I cannot stress how important this event it really is for people. I mean, just the hope that it gives them, just hearing them, being there for them. And then for them to see so many people with smiles on their face around them. I mean, it really, it does, it's a healing for them in itself. I mean,
Well,
it's just,
the biggest thing is once they see that there's that support system that they never knew was there.
Yeah.
Right.
When they see that, it's like, okay, people do care.
Yeah.
You know, they're not all sticking me with needles. You know,
Right.
I mean, they're all here to help. And hey, how can we help you? What can we do?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean,
And hang out.
Yeah. For instance, there was a little girl. This was going back. Her name was Chloe. That we granted her wish. And lo and behold, the day of the event, it was our first ever service dog we donated. Her name was Chloe. We donated the dog. They named it Buster after Ghostbusters, like the Ghostbusters donated it. And her dad, when they got to the location, I asked him, I said, so did you ask Chloe, you know, if she's got any favorite ghost hunters? And at the moment, she told him it was Rob Demarest from Ghost Hunters International. And I'm like, okay, cool. I know Rob. And guess what? Lo and behold, Rob was coming to speak that day and she didn't know it.
Uh-huh.
Rob showed up as soon as I told Rob. Rob spent 2.5, 3 hours with just Chloe. Didn't care about anything else. Chloe and him just sat. They drew pictures on his face, on his pictures that he brought, you know, to sign for people. And he just, that 3 hours made that girl glow forever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, and since then, unfortunately, she has passed.
But we're still
friends with the family. But the point, what I'm saying is, we gave her one of those highs that people, you know,
they try to search.
They try to search for their whole life, and he had no issues. He said, "Where's she at?" And he spent 2.5, 3 hours with her before the event, before she got to see him again. You know what I mean?
But
So
before the service dog,
you know, just the point of, you know, it's just to give them that lift, them to let them know they're not in it alone. That's the biggest thing.
And they need that.
And it was just so funny how that's who she said, and then all of a sudden he was there. So it goes to show you that there's a higher level, you know, to what's going on to make the circle.
The universe is good.
You know.
There is a lot of good still out there, everybody.
There is.
There really is. And this event, you're going to see nothing but good. And bring your tissues, because there will be tears.
Right. Can you guys give a shout out on anything that they can connect with you guys, so that way they know how to get in contact with you?
The easiest way is to message us through the Paranormal Kicks Cancer .llc Facebook page. That comes directly to Chris and I. We will reply directly. We usually reply within minutes. So that's the easiest way to get a hold of us. The other way that you can get a hold of us is going to flghosts.com. That's flghosts.com. There is an outreach page in there, but I will tell you that the easiest way is through the Facebook page to message us directly. Chris and I get it immediately, and typically 98% of the time I write back.
They respond very
Good
quickly.
job.
She's my marketing. She's everything.
Yeah. So if you got something for scheduling, always reach out to Alex.
And if
Yeah,
they
yeah.
want to purchase tickets, where do they go to purchase tickets?
So in the event link, you're going to see a PayPal link. That is the quickest way to purchase a ticket is to go through PayPal. If you have any questions about that, you can message us and I will answer all questions you need, and I will help you with whatever way you can. I know not everybody has PayPal, and we have many other options.
But PayPal is the one that we think
PayPal's-
is just safer for
It's
everyone.
safer for everyone because we're very straightforward and very legit, but we want to make sure everyone feels comfortable. So with every PayPal purchase, you're protected as well.
Right.
So,
But we have taken Cash
we've
App. We
taken-
do take Venmo.
we
You
take
know,
Zelle, but the PayPal link is the quickest and easiest to do that.
Awesome.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you guys want to get out there before we have to end the show?
No, just we want to thank you very, very much for helping us. Thank you to everybody who's been listening. I can't see the comments, but Chris and I are gonna go back after we get off here, and we'll go through and we'll reply to any questions you've asked. And I'm gonna post some links on there. I'm gonna post the PKC page
Yes,
so you can go directly there.
that would be great.
Also on flghosts.com, you'll see the Proof website, which is our paranormal team, Paranormal Research Organization of Florida. Just so people know, we do have our own team. I've had it since 2006. I've been in the paranormal for over 22 years now. And I'm all about helping whoever needs help and learning from everybody. So that's the key. I've always went on is that for the field to move forward, we have to move forward together. So they want to check out our Paranormal Kicks Cancer page. They can do it there, or they can go directly to Proof and see what we're all about, how we investigate, see some of our videos.
We have lots of evidence on that page too.
We got evidence there to see,
Awesome.
our paranormal side of things besides what we
do with
at the
charity.
charity.
Excellent.
Yep.
Once again, guys, go by their page, give them a thumbs up, share this video out, let other people see it. Let's get something for Rosemont that's going to really be big for these kids and these families. And guys, I honestly think it's going to be bigger than the last one. And we still got time. We don't know exactly.
More people to understand what it is we do and
Yes.
help.
Right.
You know,
And let me tell you, that hour went by quick.
It sure did. We love you guys. We love what you stand for. We love what you do. Like I said,
Yeah.
We're always there for you. If we're able to help, we will be there.
well, you did a big help already, and you have in the past, and you continue to. So,
Well, I'm still working on a little bit of stuff for you guys. So,
Yep.
like I said, this is a big deal for me. Because I know how my heart felt from the last one.
Me too.
right.
And there is no better feeling.
Well, we had to talk that last one too. Remember?
We did.
That's-
We did.
That's how I think we've gotten so close because you really.
Well, I knew then you were going to be a brother for life, and
Yep.
and I look forward to all future endeavors. We're
we
going to
want
have you guys back.
Yes, and we want to thank Octagon Hall too. Again, just personally to them for what they did for us
The
as a
donation.
donation.
Yeah.
That's huge, especially at a paranormal event to be able to raffle something off to get people to go there. And that's another thing as far as linking all these paranormal locations to help them and support them.
Right.
So we want to thank them personally again, and thank you for getting it. But
Well, thank you very much.
Guys, like I said, go by their page, give them a thumbs up, follow them, buy tickets for the event. If you can't, try to send a donation. I mean, any little thing helps. Wonderful cause, and thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for having us and setting this all up for us.
thank you to everyone in the chat room. We appreciate it. Once again, if you'll share this out, people can see the replay. We can get the message across, and we can make this an event like no other.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. We will see you next week. And with that being said, good night. We love you all. Stay kind, and we'll see you next week.
Night, guys.
Thank
Bye,
you.
good night.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for listening or watching or whatever.